Every once in a while you see a play that really, really touches you. And you might see it at a festival, as we did at the Broadway Bound Theater Festival in its inaugural year, 2017. I went to see Sympathy in C. I was floored, and I'm so happy to see it come back, and it's coming back with a special, I guess, mission in mind, and that's to draw attention to National Breast Cancer Awareness Month 2018. Suzanne Mernyk, the playwright. Tell us about this journey back, and tell us what you want to achieve with this new production.
Well, at the 2017 Broadway Bound Theater Festival, we introduced Sympathy in C, and with each performance, we saw a growing audience and a lot of positive response. People were really touched. It had a lot of meaning, and I felt really energized and optimistic about that kind of success. And I thought, let's move it forward and bring it for its own run. So here we are at the 13th Street Rep.
Tell us about the structure. Tell us how it's different.
Well, it was inspired by music, specifically Mauve Lost, where there's intertwining themes that tell a story. And so I decided to write the play symphonically with 8 characters, each their own voice and theme, intermingling with each other, carrying through stories that capture the spirit of those who were confronted by cancer and terrorism. As we work on it, we discover new elements, new aspects of the characters, and we do have new musicians this time, and that's one of the aspects of the structure of the play. With each new musician comes its own theme, and so we have a violinist and a cellist, and they are bringing their own hearts and spirits into the music, and it's building and making the play even more interesting.
It absolutely is, and we're going to get a chance to meet them, and then we'll talk to the director. Suzanne, I wish you great success on this run. Now let's meet some of the cast members, all right? Give us your full name and tell us who you play.
I'm Tiger Hicks, and I am playing Julia. Julia, she's sort of the young, innocent, hopeful character in the play. She's really the character that the audience accompanies from her diagnosis all the way through the end. Everyone else the audience comes to them in the middle of something happening to them in their lives, and with Julia, she receives the information and then she goes on from there, and then the audience goes with her. We've had more time, and with time comes intimacy. So I've gotten to know her very well, and have hopefully found a little more complexity to share with the audience, to bring them in to her experience, and to connect with my fellow castmates, which has been an awesome journey.
Congratulations for coming back. It's wonderful to see you back on stage, and I look forward to seeing you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Take care, Tiger.
I'm Denise Collins, and I'm portraying Audrey Carter. She's the oncologist nurse, and she's sort of, I'd say, she's sort of the heart of this play, in terms that everything is revolving around her, and she's dealing with her husband, who also is going through prostate cancer, but she's absorbing a lot of their pain and hearing their stories, as well as going through her own crisis and telling the audience and connecting with the audience, conveying her crisis as well.
Congratulations to you. Welcome back. That's wonderful. Introduce yourself and introduce your character.
I'm Russell Coleman, and I play Josh. He is kind of a perpetual optimist and somebody who loves to learn and is thrust into a new scenario on a third date with Julia, played by Tiger. And this time around has been amazing, like Julia said. Like Tiger said.
There you go.
We've had a lot more time between last year and this year, we've had a lot more time to let those characters kind of live within us, and we've had some more time to just start from where we left off last time and play around a little bit more, and it's been really cool to see everybody, new and old, find discoveries in their characters through this process.
You brought a perspective which I guess is maybe a little bit different than the other characters. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think that Josh's perspective is unique in a way. Every perspective in the show is unique, but he's kind of like the outsider when it comes to everything else. He's somebody who's new to the world of cancer and isn't experiencing it directly himself. not to say that he hasn't had some experience with cancer in his life, but it's not a direct influence on his life. So he can be the voice or the representative of the audience member who hasn't had that experience yet.
Welcome back, Russell, and
Thanks
I
so
look
much,
forward to
Roger.
seeing you on stage next week.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Charles, welcome back. Also a veteran from the last performance. Full introduction and tell us your character.
Hi, my name is Charles J. Oda. I'm playing the role of Abdul. So Abdul's an immigrant, came to the States as a young man, and he's kind of finding his way, dealing with cancer on his family side while still trying to make an impact for himself and for the people around him, as it were. And we had this great opportunity to kind of delve deeper into the character. Last time out, I only saw like a lot of the dark, but this time I'm getting to have a lot more fun, be a bit more playful with him.
I love that.
And it's just growth, you know, I like that. I like
More
that.
dimension, which is really nice. It rounds out the character.
Exactly.
Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you
Thank
back on
you, sir.
stage.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. All right, so this is one of the new members of the cast. Introduce yourself, Nancy, and who do you play?
Hi, I'm Nancy Sinakori, and I play Nancy.
Oh, that's easy.
That's
great.
That's why she hired me. Nancy is an independent artist, sort of master of her life. She is a cancer survivor, however it returns.
Oh,
And so her journey is to the conflict of how she will resolve it and how she will deal with it. And as I am going through rehearsals, it's standing inside of the shoes of someone who's really worried about their existence and how they're going to deal with it in this world. So I think I probably reflect that as well.
Nancy, I'm looking forward to seeing you on stage. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great. Here we have Chanel, who's going to give us an introduction. Tell us a little bit about your particular character, because your character is
I am the cellist.
the cellist.
Yes. Yes, I'm so excited to be a part of this show. First I talked with Terry, our director, and he said it's a play that deals with cancer and terrorism, and I was like, ding, ding, ding. Like, you would never really see this when looking at me, but my father is Iranian and immigrated to this country right before the Iranian Revolution in '79. He immigrated here, he brought his mom, his brothers, and his mom got cancer, and my grandmother had cancer, breast and ovarian. It's very emotional to see him. He hasn't been back to Iran since they immigrated, and she of course never got to go back before she died. I hope to, even in composing for the show,
You're one of the co-composers,
yeah,
that's
one
right.
of the co-composers with Lara, our violinist. It's really fun to create something from nothing, and I hope to bring in some Persian influences to honor my dad, my grandmother, Ghatsi Jun. So Suzanne gave us each the instrumentalist characters. She told us, for example, that the cellist is the voice of hope and despair. So I play with that in my playing. I think the cello itself, it's the closest string instrument to the human voice. I think it lends itself to being to hope and despair. I resonate with certain characters. Abdul, Josh is very playful, and it's that constant back and forth.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you. I'm dying to hear this new element of the play coming from Chanel, so congratulations. I can't
you.
wait to see you.
Thank you
and
so
hear
much.
you.
So I'm Lara Zaworski. I'm playing the violinist in Sympathy in C. And I guess my character side of being an instrumentalist is to portray the continuity of destruction and rebirth, which is something which is very present both in,
Yeah.
I know, cancer and terrorism, but also just in the daily aspects of our lives. And it's very fitting to have a violinist fill this role, because when you think of a violinist in a chamber group or an orchestra or the concertmaster of a symphony, their main role is to cue everyone, to keep everything moving, to stop the last theme and start the new one. So I do kind of fulfill that role both instrumentally and in the show itself.
I really feel like I just learned a ton of things. I had no idea.
One of the most rewarding things, as Chanel mentioned earlier, both of us are both actors and musicians. And one of the things that seemed to come very clearly to me at the beginning of this process is that, in a way, trying to write music as a voice of a character is almost like the purest form of an actor's scene study. So less of thinking in terms of, oh, I'm hearing a sound when I'm outside, or you know, I'm going somewhere and something has come to me. It seemed more that when Chanel and I and Terry were all working together to write this new score, we were really sort of more digging into the characters, and as we were looking at the characters and their interactions, there were sort of these genres that kind of bubbled up that you might use, you know, as an actor, thinking, well, what kind of music would I listen to? So we sort of started there and built on top of that.
I love it. Lara, very nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet
Again, I'm dying to see this new element of the play, so I congratulate you for being part of this new production.
Great, thank you.
Great.
Kevin Gilmartin, and I'm playing Ronald Carter, who is a diplomat and married to Audrey, who is the oncology nurse. She is the love of my life in this play. And I look on Ronald, I look on myself playing Ronald as the bridge between cancer and terrorism that Suzanne has addressed in this. And Ronald, my character, is dealing with stage 4 prostate cancer, and at the same time, as a diplomat, is dealing heavily in the threat of terrorism, the threat of terrorism to peace, and deals with it strongly in the play, and uses the diplomatic work as kind of a crutch to not deal with the cancer. I find the rehearsal period the most exciting part of, as you approach performances, is you're exploring, and I'm dealing with 4 actors who have come back. We have Nancy and myself and Chanel and Lara coming in and integrating into this family, and they have welcomed us with open arms.
That's
and
wonderful.
Made us feel a part of this. Even though they had the experience of doing it before, we are integrating into this family, and that's always exciting. I just want to say that I'm doing this and dedicating this to my sister's family. Terry and Suzanne allowed me a weekend away at the beginning of rehearsals. We lost my brother-in-law, and it's for them in terms of the love, the joy, the laughter that we all shared all during our life.
Well, Kevin, congratulations, and to your family, you know, my condolences and best wishes, and so I look forward to seeing you on stage.
Thanks, Roger.
Great. All right, so I rarely do a video when I know that this lady is in the production, and I don't drag her out here and say, hey, just say hello. So, Mary Lena, say hello.
Hi, Roger.
One of my favorite stage managers. Suzanne worked with her last year, so she's an original, and she got brought back. That's how good you are. Are you having fun with this new version?
Well, having fun, I don't know. You know,
Stage managers.
I'm having a lot of fun with all of these actors in this play. It's really, really a good show. So please come out and see it.
Yes, please. And always nice to have you on camera.
Yes.
Whether she fights it or not. Well, here is the director. He is the original director. A totally different perspective now. Terry, introduce yourself and tell us what's new.
Hi, I'm Terry Hanson, and it's a thrill to be back with this wonderful play. It's so unique, so rich, and having not paid attention to it for a year and to come back to it, as some of the actors have said, they've discovered things just thinking about it and letting it ripen on the vine, so to speak.
You kind of mold it a little bit differently than you did the original.
Well, you know, you make discoveries when you do something a second time. You make discoveries that you didn't even realize were there the first time around, and makes it deeper and richer.
Is the music changing in your mind or in the production? Is it shifting?
Well, we're bringing more variety to the music, fresher sounds, some ethnic qualities to it, just trying to broaden out our opinion of the music. It's got drama, it's got comedy.
It does.
And it's very thought-provoking.
It is a thought-provoking play. Congratulations. It opens on October 3rd, right here at the 13th Street Repertory Theatre, which is 50 West 13th Street. You don't want to miss it. All the information is going to be at the end of this video, so you'll be able to buy tickets right away. Suzanne, I hear, is there some sort of an October 3rd opening night special that I heard about?
We want to celebrate with the cast, and we want to invite our audience to join us. We have a buy one, get one deal going on right now
October
for
3rd.
October 3rd. So you can find, just go to our Sympathy in C, the Play website, and you'll see a link right to our ticket booth, and just put in for the discount code BOGO, buy one, get one.
You don't want to miss it at the historic 13th Street Rep. This wonderful cast, and come see it. Start a dialogue. This is a very important subject. Follow us on LocalTheatreNY.com. Please don't forget to follow our groups, and make sure to follow
Sympathy in C.
Sympathy in C on Facebook. All right, folks, take care.